subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon for all notifications.
Welcome. So just to introduce to the people who've just joined in, this is Miss Sushmita Sen, everybody. That is Mr. Charles from Managing Director of Volvo Car India. Can we have a huge round of applause? And this is the woman of the hour. I just told you about a girl who walked from Kanyakumari to Kashmir. This is her. And she has walked for you, for us, and for us all together. So put your hands together and this floor is on you. Thank you so much.
Check, one, yes, it's working. Ladies in the house, make some noise. Oh, nice. Men in the house, make some noise. Such a thanda noise men make, over. Ladies and gentlemen, young people, thank you so much for being here, because this is a very, very spectacular evening. Why is it spectacular? Because today we celebrate something that needs attention. Yes? You know why we are here, right? You know this young lady? She's a young lady. She's only 31 years old. Her name is Srishti Bakshi. She was working and living in Hong Kong. And when all these amazing news that comes out of our country that so many of us have kind of become emotionally deaf to, because we hear it so often, sometimes it shakes up a person's conscience, as it did for many of us in 2012. What makes it incredible today is a company like Volvo. Mr. Trump, thank you very, very much, Mr. Trump, for making this happen, because when a company decides to hold an event of this nature and invite people nationwide to pay attention, to bring to awareness the initiative of a single person who heard the news of a mother and a daughter being gang raped. We've been hearing this news out of India so much and have kind of over the years felt bad and sad and looked to the government and other institutions to do something about it. You know what it is? The single greatest act of patriotism is when an Indian person says, मैं क्या कर सकती हूँ या मैं क्या कर सकता हूँ इसके बारे में. And that is the example that Srishti has set for us. She left Hong Kong, came back here and decided she's going to walk 1 billion steps right from Kanyakumari to Kashmir. And she's going to not just walk it, she's going to stop and talk to women, children, men about how to empower the women in their lives. We can applaud that, of course. What's your name? Anurag. We need more men like this, ladies and gentlemen. Well done, love. Fantastic. Yes, it is worth applauding. And in doing so, she did a lot for everyone on the way. She wants to do a lot more, but that's not what's that impressive to me as a human being. You know what's impressive? Is the first step she took, not the billion that followed. The first step to say, what can I do about this? When I speak to the global audience, they say, India is so lovely. In her words, beautiful culture, rich heritage, but the women are treated very badly in your country. There's so much of brutality against them. That pinches her as a woman. It pinches me as a woman. It pinches people that have raised her, raised us as our parents. I know it bothers us. So what do you end up doing? You say, you know, isse kya hoga? 1000 kadam chal lenge, billion kadam chal lenge, isse kya hoga? You will know isse kya hoga if you get up and join the movement. Without doing anything, the greatest of thoughts is wasted. But with action, a single person standing here today gets motivated. a single person decides to join any movement, it could be anything, that's a change that has been activated. Ladies and gentlemen, our country is the youngest population in the world, which means all of you, I mean all of you, except maybe a few sitting here, are younger than me. And how old am I? 16 will do. I'm 42, proudly. And you know what's incredible? Youngest population in the world, below 35 and 25 years old, which means everything that you want to change in our country is in your hands. The reason today we have systems changing, policies being made for women, it started in 2012. The government didn't wake up. People woke up. They came out to the streets. They demanded a change. You can do that too, any way you choose. And a quick little something I read up about, very interesting. In Mumbai, at any given time, in a public place, you know what the ratio between male and female is? 28%. So dar to lagega na? As women, you will always feel scared to be in an environment which has a majority of men in it. So this incredible initiative by Volvo and Srishti to have women reclaim their public places is just one step towards reclaiming your rightful place in the world. And in doing so, you will empower yourselves far more than someone putting CCTV cameras for you, giving you all sorts of panic buttons to press. Because this doesn't prevent harm. It maybe helps in finding the culprits, by which time it's very late. I have never known women to not support other women. Maybe I live in a bubble, but in my life, I have known women to use technology, to use a phone call, but if they see something happening, you don't have to be related or a friend, they will act on it. And in doing so, they will protect another person's life. Get out on the streets, ladies. Walk your walk. Have faith in your system, but don't rely on it. Because ultimately, what I am not saying is that the world is changing, and it's changed already. Far from it. Srishti will tell you herself, girls are still a liability in the deepest pockets of our country. But in doing this, you will create an army. And I mean that because as of 10th of May, the statistic shows the sex ratio in India, in our country, between male and female is female 945 to 1,000 males. That's not a big difference. Which means if you're out and about and standing with each other, God help all the males in the country. It is something to think about. It is also something for the men in this country to honor. I truly believe this from the bottom of my heart, that एक कमजोर आदमी और एक मर्द में क्या फर्क होता है? एक कमजोर आदमी एक औरत को तकलीफ देकर या उसकी इज्जत लूटकर अपनी ताकत दिखाता है। एक मर्द एक औरत को इज्जत देके अपनी ताकत दिखाता है। And that is a huge thing, huge difference. I personally am very fond of the men population because they've been very kind, very well behaved with me, and therefore, ladies, be strong, be physically strong. Learn something in your life that allows you to not live in fear. Get out on the streets, get out in gangs. Thank you, Volvo, for this incredible opportunity. Thank you, Srishti, for setting such a brilliant example for everyone, including all of us. Any which way that we can be of help, we must be a part of it. Yes?
Absolutely.
Thank you very much for listening, guys. I love you very, very much.
So, as I was saying, that we are trying to make India a safer country for women. And that is why we have strong voices supporting us, because they believe in the cause. And you have two individuals who as individuals have supported us. I have been telling Mr. Trump that there are people who I have met on the road. They have championed my cause because they believe that there is a possibility. We have stopped believing that there is a possibility that India will be a safer country. I hear my friends saying this time and again, that अच्छा हुआ तुम हांगकांग चली गई, वहीं रहो, वापस आने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. So these statements hurt me because I am an army officer's daughter and मुझ में देशभक्ति है, and I am back here to prove that it is a possibility. My entire learning, which I shared with Ms. Sen earlier, is that Sushmita is that it's the violence of the minority and silence of the majority.
Yeah.
अगर आप चुप रह गए तो आपने भागीदारी दिखाई है. You're part of the system which is against and which perpetuates violence against women. So that is my learning from the road, and we are here to hear thoughts from Sushmita about girl child safety.
Were you guys outside? थे आप थे ना? तो मैं बहुत कुछ बोल चुकी हूँ. मैं चाहूँगी कि आप पूछें हमसे कि हम किस तरह से ये मैसेज और ये इनिशिएटिव ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा लोगों तक पहुँचा सकें. What is the best way according to you as members of the media? Ask us that so that we can contribute to that. On my end, it is an absolute honor and a privilege to be in the company of an extraordinary young woman. Thank you to Volvo for bringing her awareness and her story to us. As ignorant as we can all be at some point, I have to take credit for this. I didn't know much about her, and that's shocking because she's doing such incredible stuff along the way, and it never did reach a lot of us. So thank you, Mr. Trump, for making this happen. You should do more initiatives like this in India. Sweden's loss is India's gain. We definitely are very charged to have this come out and be shared with people. Today there were a lot of young people there. और हमारे देश में इतनी young population है, इतनी अलग generation है. जब मैं छोटी थी तो मेरे पिताजी ने 6:30-7 बजे का deadline रखते थे कि घर उसके बाद allowed नहीं है to be outside the house. And the primary reason back in the day was अच्छी घर की लड़कियाँ इस वक्त के बाद बाहर नहीं रहती. It wasn't safety. कुछ हो जाएगा बच्चे को. Now, luckily, over the years, वो mentality बदली है कि अच्छे घर की लड़कियाँ काम करती हैं, बाहर जाती हैं, बाहर रहती हैं. But उसकी जगह अब with technology, and that's the minus side of it. इतना information आ गया है, मगर उस information को कैसे समझें, उसको कैसे adapt करें, वो नहीं आता. तो उसमें अब टेक्नोलॉजी का गलत फ़ायदा उठाया जा रहा है, सही नहीं. And she did that. She took it to the road right from Kanyakumari to Kashmir, and she educated people. हम लोग cities में हैं, हमारे पास मोबाइल फ़ोन्स हैं, हमें ऐप समझ में आता है, हमें ये भी समझ में आता है कि घर बैठे हम ऐप्स के थ्रू पैसे कैसे कमा सकते हैं. But actually in the grassroots level, where there are women that are running our economy, actually. But you look at them only as agricultural contribution. Wrong. Because technology and women can be a very powerful tool together to empower them. So today was not just about reclaiming your space as women, getting out on the road and taking what is yours. I was giving ratios of how many men to how many women in our country. Barely any difference now. 945 women to 1,000 men, female and male. But they're scared to come out. They shouldn't be. And yes, if you're still going to walk out alone, you will know fear, because as you can see in this very room right now, 90% are men. And thank you for being here, nonetheless. But this is how it is. So, आप लोगों को जो सही लगे आप पूछ लें. But I'm very, very excited to be a part of this initiative, and thank you very much for having me. And you, my dear, anything you need. Ever.
सुष्मिता और सृष्टि, आप लोगों को नहीं लगता कि ये जो विमेन सेफ्टी का इशू है
जी,
वो एक लॉ एंड ऑर्डर की ज़्यादा प्रॉब्लम है बनिस्बत एक समाज की प्रॉब्लम इसलिए है वो क्योंकि लॉ एंड ऑर्डर का प्रॉब्लम है. अगर लॉ एंड ऑर्डर ठीक नहीं होता तो माँ बाप डरते हैं कि बच्ची को आगे भेजा जाए, वो जल्दी टाइम पे पहुंचे, ये सब चिंताएं करती हैं।
I raised my hand first.
Please, go ahead.
नहीं, लॉ एंड ऑर्डर भगवान नहीं बना रहे, इंसान बना रहे हैं। और उन इंसानों को एक डेजिग्नेशन, एक ओहदा दे दिया गया है, हमने इलेक्ट किया है कि आप जाके पॉलिसीज़ बनाएं, इन्हें बिल्स पास कराएं, इसे लॉ में बदल दें। मगर 1 बिलियन लोगों के देश में, छोटे से छोटी जगह में, इंडिया में, हमारे पास आंखें हैं, सेंसेस हैं, कॉन्शियंस है, ईमानदारी होनी चाहिए। नहीं तो हम अपने सामने एक औरत के साथ बेहुदा, और मैं गैंग रेप की तो बात ही नहीं कर रही हूँ, ईव टीजिंग भी ऐसे छोड़ देते हैं जैसे कि अपनी प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। लॉ एंड ऑर्डर कुछ नहीं करेगा जब तक देश के लोग नहीं बदलेंगे, उनकी मेंटालिटी नहीं बदलेगी, जब तक हम ये नहीं सोचते रहेंगे कि ये मेरे साथ नहीं होगा, ये औरों के साथ होता है। मैं जानती हूँ जैसे कैंसर एक ऐसी बीमारी जहाँ पे हम बुरा मानते हैं, कहते हैं अच्छा कीमोथेरेपी, सब पता है हमें, लेकिन हम ये सोचते हैं ये औरों के साथ ही होता है, हमारे साथ नहीं होगा। The same cancer in terms of a disease in the society is what this is. It's a way people think कि हमें इसमें नहीं इन्वॉल्व होना है, हो रहा है रास्ते में दूसरी तरफ देखो, चले जाओ।
It's a social crisis. आपने recently वाइज़ाग केस सुना होगा, किस तरीके से एक लड़की का रेप हो रहा था बस स्टैंड पर और लोग वीडियो निकालते हुए निकल रहे थे। मुझे लगता है पहले पकड़ना चाहिए उन वीडियो बनाने वालों को, बिकॉज जिसने किया है उसकी शायद मानसिक संतुलन उसने खो चुका था, बट जिन्होंने वीडियो बनाया है उनको क्या हुआ था। सो इट इज़ इम्पॉर्टेंट दैट वी have that feeling of apathy, that it is a crime to violate a space of a woman, and especially in the public area. So
just to add to that, because you were asking about government, policy makers, till 2012, जहाँ तक मुझे पता है, so I'm taking full onus for the statement, the Women and Child Development Ministry could not put a policy together because they were trying to put कि equal pay होना चाहिए, wages, safety and security of women, their appearances and freedom in public spaces, all of this, but वो कर नहीं पा रहे थे। जैसे ही 2012 में निर्भया का केस हुआ, ज्योति सिंह का, इतने सारे बच्चे, and I say बच्चे because they were all young people on the road angry, but you know what it is that हम लोग इतने सालों में इतने सारे सुनते आ रहे हैं केसेस, और रेप एज अ वर्ड समवेयर हम पढ़ के पन्ना बदल लेते हैं। It took brutality of that nature to imagine that you can't miss this, and these kids came on, kids' parents had to come on. That's how it became a movement. The minute Delhi was shaken like that, policies were made, laws are now changing. The police picks up the phone the minute you call them. Never used to happen. They don't have a choice. They have to pick it up. And they have to tell you, आप चलते रहिए, जब पहुंच जाएंगी घर वापस कितने देर में पहुंच रही हैं। ये जो माँ बाप करते थे, पुलिस ने करना शुरू किया। It's a fantastic thing. I'm not saying there is no change, but to implement this not just in Mumbai, Delhi needs it big time. But Mumbai used to be a city where we used to say, हाँ, doesn't matter, यहाँ पे तो औरतें 2-3 बजे तक वॉक पे जाती, कुछ नहीं होता. But now fear is such a scary thing. कि एक बार दिल्ली में हुआ और हमने कहा नहीं, ये बॉम्बे में नहीं होता, मगर वो डर बैठ गया है, तो लड़कियां बाहर आना बंद कर देती हैं, और जब आती हैं तो वही समाज, लॉ नहीं, समाज पूछता है सबसे पहले, 9 बजे लड़की रात को ऐसे कपड़े पहनकर क्यों बाहर थी, क्या वजह थी उसकी? That's the first question they ask. So one thing that is changed is, if you in today's time victim shame, victim blame a girl, oh, there are men and women in this country who will take you apart. That's changed. That's a huge change. But this law and order can't do anything about it. In fact, law and order depends on us to come together and say, not okay. Then it changes. It works the other way. There's a lovely question, actually.
For more updates,
please like,
share
and subscribe
to YOYO Times.